Several cutscenes. Okay, okay. Well, I'll do it after this. Then I'll stream. It's already 2:31, so I'm too invested. Fuck. God damn it! Why is it so addicting?
This isn't right. The Emulger would never leave this place so poorly guarded.
Not willingly, no.
Ah, the saviors of Eorzea. Slow as ever.
By the 12, will you never learn?
You know, you're right. Mayhap it is time for a change of tack. Killing primals, tormenting beastmen, hastening the birth of a new god. It's all a bit much, isn't it? And frankly, we don't have the leisure to do it. But killing the warrior of light, on the other hand, that would soon plunge Eorzea into chaos. One life for one world. A fair exchange! Wouldn't you agree?
Lest you forget, you've more than one opponent.
Carbuncle! Defend me!
I sense you will offer more than mere target practice, unlike your sister.
Alizé!
Did I not tell you, Alphino? I am not the girl I once was. My brother was always the clever one, while my talents lay elsewhere. If you would dare to stand against us, to destroy all that we hold dear, then you shall die by my sword.
Let's finish this.
Oh god, I'm fighting the fucking. Oh god, I'm taking out the little fucking Lalafell first. I don't need her healing anyone. Does that take you out? I need to cast some magic.
You shall fall soon enough.
There's no escape!
I need to kill this guy. Good tanky. This guy get revived? How the fuck did that happen? Oh, do I have a set time to kill them?
No more games.
And I killed. Oh no, I'm stuck. I guess that was supposed to happen, I guess. We're actually supposed to beat them.
It ends now. What?
The chains!
You snake! You would betray us as well?
He that holdeth fast unto his convictions shall never count betrayal amongst his crimes, though all the world may call him villain. My path is unchanged, my creed sacrosanct. This I believe with all my heart. But say, warrior of darkness, and speak true, what dost thou believe? That rendering up the souls of thy world in service to the rejoining will grant it salvation? Nay.
By the 12! Oriange!
I knew it.
Mine apologies, Master Alphino. That the brightest light might shine, duty did compel me to walk in darkest shade.
You sweet fool. I was almost willing to believe you had turned against us. I expect a full explanation when this is over. For now, may I assume you have turned your cloak for the last time?
Thou mayest, my lady. By thy leave.
Oh yeah.
Odds, then. No matter. We'll crush the lot of you in one fell swoop.
Understood.
Hearken to me. We only have one chance. Channel your ether into my blade that I might strike before the mage casts his spell. I cannot do it alone, but together we can defeat them. Make ready.
Oh shit. We're gonna fight them again? Oh shit.
I must have more ether. The ether! Ugh, it's not enough!
Damn it. Fuck, this guy's not leaving me alone. Can I give her my ether? There you go.
I can feel it. Just a little more.
Hurry it up, Nightmare! I'll crush you!
What the fuck? The fucking. There you go. Jesus Christ.
Tis done. With this blade, I banish the darkness.
Oh my god. Holy shit.
Not like this.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Alize, are you hurt?
A touch dizzy, but otherwise fine. Thank you.
And there you have it. Our friend is too stubborn to die.
We are far from finished. Or have you never considered how we came to this world?
Crystals? You mean, like the Ascians?
Just so. As the Ascians flee unto the rift twixt planes with crystals of darkness, so did these warriors come hither with crystals of light.
Eloquent, as always. Aye, like the Ascians, we too are beyond death. You cannot defeat that which is eternal.
Wait! Such methods as the Ascians employ require the renunciation of the flesh. You would have had to...
At long last you see. To save our world, we gave our lives. We were just adventurers trying to make our way. An odd job here, a favor there. We never aspired to be warriors of light. But word of our deeds spread. And soon people were calling us heroes. They placed their hopes and dreams on our shoulders and bid us fight for all that was good and right. We fought. And we fought and we fought until there was no one left to fight. We won. And now our world is being erased from existence. We did everything right. Everything that was asked of us, and still it came to this. You of all people should understand. We will not falter. We brought our world to the brink of destruction, and now we must save it.
I've died before, Arbet. I'm not afraid to die again.
No matter how many times we fall, we must arise and carry on the fight for those we left behind.
To have known the depth of sorrow and embrace the highest sacrifice. Nonetheless, Master Louis-Soix, guide my hand, I pray you, as fate's thread spinneth upon this most capricious spindle. Quickly! Thou must needs invoke the power of thy crystal!
Oh my, what's happened?
What is this place?
Such pain. Such sorrow. Oh, my dear children.
It can't be.
Mother Heidelin, hearken unto your children's plea. From two worlds do we gather, and from two worlds do we offer a bounty of light. In this desperate hour we do beseech your intercession. We beg an audience with the word of the Mother, with your chosen Minfilia.
Your cries go not unheard, nor your sacrifices unnoticed. Though many are lost, there are those we can yet save, whom I can yet save.
Minfilia.
Blessed children of the first, the light of your world hath grown blinding in its radiance, but it is not yet absolute. I will hie me to your world, and there take unto myself the light which riseth even now to drown it, as darkness once did drown another.
Now you deign to answer our prayers? I will suffer this farce no longer!
As the Ascians must serve as instruments of Zodiark's will, so too must others carry out the will of Hydaelyn. But for the boon you have granted her, she has grown strong enough to set me free, that I might serve as her emissary. Your suffering, your sacrifice, your supplications, she has heard all. We will not let the first fall to light. Thank you, Urianger, for bringing everyone here. It fills my heart with joy to look upon the faces of my friends once more.
In taking you unto her bosom, I knew that Hydaelyn had bequeathed to you a sliver of her grace, granting you strength long sought. And in treating with the Ascians, I learnt of a star like unto our own, a doomed world of fallen heroes, in whom I glimpsed ourselves, the first. Full long did I search for a means to save this world, concluding at the last that the answer lay in the power of blessed crystals. And thus did I labor to set light against dark. Yet I knew from the beginning that this salvation would not come without sacrifice. For the instrument of the first's deliverance would of necessity be required to journey thither, there to remain, mayhap forever.
You orchestrated all of this, not to save her, but to send her away!
One life for one world. Such was the bargain, and you the coin, though it were not mine to spend.
Have we not walked together in the light of the crystal, and at her bidding borne witness to the joys and sorrows of this land? Each and every one of you knows my heart. If this be the price I must pay, I pay it gladly.
You would go alone, then?
My dearest Thancred, you who have ever watched over me, I am truly grateful for all you have done on my behalf, as would my father be. Your kindness, your compassion, your love. These are your gifts to me, and our gifts to them, forming a bond which transcends time and space.
Sometimes I forget you are not the child I once knew. Make me proud.
Long have I watched you from Hydaelyn's side, watched as you nurtured and kept safe the light of the dawn. The dark recesses of the world hide untold secrets and dangers. Thus do I entrust to you, Tupsimati. I pray you, keep to the path that you may never have need of it.
Twould seem the power of our crystals is all but spent.
Perhaps, if there is naught else to be done.
Hear me, servants of Hydaelyn. If you would have us place our trust in you, then I would ask a favor. Take us with you. Take us home. We were blind to the truth once, so I tell you this, as one fool to another. Light, dark, it doesn't matter. What matters is how you choose to use them. We made our choice and you see what came of it, so please, forge a different path. Seize a better fate.
It is a strange feeling. So many times have I watched you depart, my heart filled with worry. And ever did you return to me in triumph. Someday, when I have found a way to free this star from her sorrow, I promise you I shall repay the favor.
Well, there goes the Warriors of Darkness.
Thank you, Lemmy, for everything.
Well, guess Minfilia chose what she wanted. It would seem we are in Southern Sandaland again. Minfilia is doing, no doubt, and the 12 speed her on her way, and the Warriors of Darkness too. We're gonna help but wonder what awaits those wayward souls. If they gave their lives in order to travel to the source, then in returning to the first, would they not? But mayhap that was their wish. Forgive me, my thoughts were elsewhere, and this when I know full well there is yet to be done. Crystals. Give them to me. I will go back to Zaharag and secure them. The Amaljo will still be in disarray after the thrashing the Warriors of Darkness gave them. They're not like to notice a lone bard skulking about. But thank you. Don't have to do this, I know, but I want to. We'll see you at the Rising Stones. I should go and find Ida and Papa Limo. They must have finished searching the masked camp by now. Not that it matters anymore. Must be tired, Teres. I know I am. But thou wilt to permit me, my lady, I would ask a question. When didst thou become aware of my independent pursuits? When I saw you meeting with that warrior of darkness and the Ascian in the white at the Great Library. Try not to think the worst. Never been one to confide in others, so I knew that even if your intentions pure, you would not share your plans with us until you felt the time was right. But I cannot deny that a part of me feared you had simply betrayed us. Or that there had been another way. Know that I took no pleasure in deceiving thee, and that these sins will forever weigh heavy on my heart. I understand why you did what you did. That you but sought to achieve the greatest good while inflicting the least harm. Not many would have the courage to make that choice. But even knowing what came of your actions, I find that I cannot condone them. I'm sorry. Ceres, forgive me, but I believe the events of the day had taken a toll on me. I should like to rest for a while. If thou wilt grant me leave, I will gladly escort thee unto a refuge of thine own choosing. Once my lady hath regained her strength, we shall join thee at the rising stones. Until then, warrior of light. Right. Yeah, so their world was completely consumed by light. What would happen now? Is that the last we're gonna see of them? Well, they went back to the world, and I'm pretty sure. Oh, met Ceres. Alphino said you would be joining us. It would seem the Griffin's double was telling the truth, insofar as we found nothing resembling a sizable cast of crystals in the mass camp. Did you perchance find one in Zaharok? I found something, alright. Actually, I don't believe it. The crystals, Maniphilia, all of it. It's just, I don't know what it is. Sympathize, Ida. Even now I struggle to comprehend that which I saw. The only thing I can say for any certainty is that I feel blessed to have been granted a final chance to speak with her. It was bittersweet, aye, but also affirming. Alphino, I believe it is past time Ida and I rejoined the Scions. We have been away for far too long. But I am loath to leave the Griffin to his own devices. I feel our investigation would benefit from your more dispassionate perspectives. And I hope that we might, in turn, offer our own opinions on the many challenges that you have faced in our absence. Gods, it's been absolutely ages, hasn't it? I can't wait to hear about everyone's adventures. You'd be glad to recount them. The Tower's tales may well surprise you. Ida, Ralgr be praised, it is you. Ida alive and standing here before me, in the flesh. I can hardly believe my eyes. Oh, come now. Has it really been so long you don't remember me? Gundobald, I fought beside your father in the revolution. What? Don't think less of her, friends. It's been 20 years since the occupation sent us our separate ways. But the resistance were always welcome in Little Alamigo. They gave us hope, and young Ida most of all. Ida here was always full of fire, ever the first to volunteer for a mission until the day she up and vanished, that is. There were rumors, and we feared the worst. But here you are, alive and well, looking nary a day older. Oh, what can I say? I'm sorry for running off like that, and making you all worry. Long story, but you see, I got involved with my friends here, the Scions. Sorry, we were still in the circle of knowing back then. Right, anyway, I wanted to come back and tell you, but it was all very secretive stuff at the time, and as you can see, I'm completely fine. I know we've got a lot to talk about, and we will, but right now I've got to hurry back to our headquarters. My friends are expecting me. Pray forgive her, it has been a very long day for us all. I promise we'll visit again at the first opportunity. Let us return to the Rising Stones. Else take me for giving you that mask. So she didn't want to be seen. That mask. She didn't want anybody to recognize her. Apparently she's quite famous with the Resistance. Let me in. Welcome home, Ceres. I trust your journey was uneventful. You will be pleased to hear that Thancred has secured the crystals. He sent word a short while ago. Once he has delivered them safely into the Temple Knight's care, he will rejoin us here. We can declare this matter officially resolved. While awaiting your arrival, I took the opportunity to contact Yashtola and Kryl and brief them on all that has occurred. I also requested that they return to the Rising Stones at their earliest convenience. Now that our lost friends have been found, it would seem meet to discuss the future. Everyone's here. Oh, what? They don't have new clothes?
It's been too long since we were all together like this. Not since after Moonbreeder.
Much has changed since then. We ourselves, most of all.
Is Targa to give them new clothes?
Though not all who were lost could be gathered here today, we may take comfort in the knowledge that those who are not are carrying on the fight.
While I am grateful to our friends in the north for their hospitality, it isn't half good to be back.
Oh, she's crying again. I want to hug her.
Rightly said, much has changed since we last stood here. The Scions of the Seventh Dawn are not as they once were, nor should we be. Our travels in the north brought us into contact with a host of fine and generous people, and their selfless deeds serve to show me that it is not lofty causes that should inform our actions, but our hearts. And I hope that the Scions might continue in this manner, as individuals driven by individual principles. Provided we all sincerely desire to work towards Eorzea's salvation, I believe the paths we follow to achieve it need not, and should not, be dictated by any single ideal.
Companions bound by a common purpose, free to go whither they will. The idea is not without merit. Very well. I shall resume my research of the primals and the elder gods of Eorzea. Should anyone have need of my findings, you need only ask. I should be glad of your continued assistance.
Well, my main purpose in coming here was to see the signs of the Seventh Dawn restored and my dear friend found. Nevertheless, having involved myself in your struggles, I feel compelled to see them through to the bitter end. For Minfilia's sake. That is, if there are no objections.
You will always be welcome here, Kryl.
Can I hug her?
Urianger, can we trust you to carry on your investigation of the Ascians as before?
Regardless of mine own desires, I am undeserving of your trust, having so villainously deceived you all.
Now, I'll hear no more of that. 'Twould be disrespectful of Minfilia's wishes. She entrusted matters here to us, that we might protect this star and understand the truth which hides at her heart. Mayhap I can handle the former, but I think you far better suited to the latter. No?
Very well. Then out of love for my Lady Minfilia and Moonbreeder both, this shall be my solemn charge.
Papalimo and I should probably return to Thanalan to keep an eye on the Resistance. There's still the matter of the Griffin and the Amalja, not to mention the new Imperial Viceroy. That little lot must be worthy of our attention, right?
And what will you do, Alize?
You know I have no great love for organizations and formalities.
Why did I look like that? What?
That being said, this new approach you propose is not wholly objectionable, and we've always got her to keep us from bickering. But I will suffer no titles. I am not here for House Leveilleur, nor to walk in grandfather's shadow.
Upon that point, we see eye to eye. If it please you, you may think of me as but another comrade in arms.
Well then, Alfie, I for my part shall see to the paperwork and the finances with my characteristic aplomb.
Alfie.
I would not have it any other way, Tataru. And we mustn't forget you. What now for the Warrior of Light?
Who knows? Because I know until the next quest, at least. A new adventure. What else?
Indeed.
The path behind us was fraught with hardship, and the path before us will be no less unforgiving. But a new dawn shall break over the realm, and I see before me the faces of those who will deliver it.
This the end? The actual end of Heavensward? The post Heavensward stuff? Okay. What? Look at them, Sarahs. The silence of the seventh dawn. Look how far we've come. The people we've met, the moments we shared, the losses we've suffered, the tragedies we've overcome, all of it has made us who we are today. Where we go from here and what the future holds, only the 12 know. But I know what we will find out together. Ooh.
One world's heroes are another world's villains. One world's loss, another world's gain.
This guy again.
Where men go as one, there is life. And where there is life,
My friends, if I may, I would ask that you entrust Tupsimati to me. Clouds gather upon the horizon, and as Master Louisoix's disciple, I would keep it close at hand. Thank you. I shall guard it well.
there is cause to hope. For every ending, every parting, marks a new beginning.
Oh? There's the griffin. There's the actual griffin. Well done, brother. You may resume your normal duties and rejoin the others. The coming battle shall be our greatest yet, and I intend to stand with you all on that glorious day. True believers are so readily led. Of course. I have given them everything they desired, all for which they have prayed. I doubt you can say the same for your pawns. Get what you wanted then? Was it all worth it in the end? There were some unexpected developments, but they were ultimately to our advantage. Be it host to a surfeit of light or dark, a world bereft of equilibrium is but a void in waiting. And a void is of no use to my master. I shall follow her emissary with great interest. As for the pawns, whom you so pity, they had delivered unto me a gift, which I do now present to you. Fuck is that? Oh, it's the eyes. The eyes of Nidhogg. Many were the candidates considered, but by your deeds you have proven yourself the most deserving. A man of boundless rage and bottomless despair, in whose breast beats a heart which thirsts for vengeance. Only you are fit to wield these eyes, for weal or for woe. Looks like the griffin is ill-bred. We haven't seen him since we saved fucking Raban. Oh, this is that area. So it was here all along. This guy. Hero. Oh, just you wait, my pretty. You and I are going to have so much fun. That's how it laughs now. Oh god. Is that the end of? Ah, Sarah, it's just a hero I wanted to see. Would you mind doing me a small favor? I need you to meet me at the Diamond Forge. It won't take long, I promise. Urabania is that next area. Is where the fake griffin that they were gonna go, or they're from. Is that where Mordona is? I guess I'll find out soon enough. I'm sorry to drag you away from your duties, but as I said, this won't take long. I just need you to stand perfectly still for a few moments. Alright? What's happening? Right, everyone, ready to go to work. What's happening? Don't squirm now. Oh, and you might want to close your eyes. Wait, what's happening? What the fuck? Look at me with that face. Yeah, you should laugh like that. Oh my god. What? What's that noise? What just happened? They're all finished. The warrior lights every measurement, from heroic head to intrepid toe. Why am I so tired after they just took my measurements? Well, wouldn't you like to know? All in good time, Ceres. All in good time. Aha, found you. Alphinaud wants everyone in the solar for a meeting. I don't know what it's about, but he seemed to think it was very important. Go on, we have everything we need. No sense in keeping everyone waiting. Alright then. Why did you need to hold me down and take my measurements?
We're here. Did we miss anything?
We would not presume to begin without you, Ida. Urianger has returned to the Waking Sands, but everyone else is now present.
Yes, but for what exactly? We all have duties to attend to, Alphinaud, so you may dispense with the preamble.
Thank you, Elise. It is the very subject of those duties which compelled me to call this gathering. Though the Warriors of Darkness no longer pose a threat, Eorzea's many troubles demand no less of our attention. And while I stand by the decision to approach each task as we see fit, I fear our effectiveness will ultimately be diminished should we continue to act in ignorance of each other's efforts. Thus, I propose we elect a successor to Minfilia. Not to serve as a fully fledged antecedent, perhaps, but as a coordinator of operations.
Is that all? Oh, then the decision seems clear. No one else has shown any enthusiasm for the role, and judging by your performance at our previous meeting, you would seem the perfect candidate. You always did have a flair for politics.
I did not mean to... That was not my intention. As my tenure as commander of the Crystal Braves comprehensively demonstrated, I lack the qualities required for such an office. I would much prefer to remain as I am now, a soldier in the field, so to speak.
Should none of our number step forward, must we then constrain some unwilling candidate to take up the position?
Hope it's not me.
Well, based on merit alone, a certain adventurer would be my choice. Though I concede she might struggle to balance her new responsibilities with, let me see, slaying primals, thwarting legatuses, and feeding the orphan poor.
Thancred makes a good point. Any who would wear such a mantle would be bound by its obligations. Have we not become sufficiently familiar with each other's methods to act without an overseer? At present, I see no cause to so willingly limit one of our number.
Oh my goodness! Help! I need some help here!
What's wrong? What happened? What's this?
Shitaru, are you all right?
Me? I'm fine. It's this poor girl who just staggered in and collapsed on the floor that I'm worried about.
Narco! God, how did... Yashola! Please, you have to help her!
I'll go.
Kral, a hand if you would. Let us see about closing these wounds.
Now, we've staunched the bleeding, but it may be a while before you can move about again. Though having seen your wounds, I'm surprised you are still moving at all.
Thank you. My message. It was too important to delay. I took the shortest route I could, though I knew it was more heavily patrolled. As you can see, my efforts at evasion were not entirely successful.
Honestly, you're too brave for your own good. What was so urgent that you needed to fight half the Empire to get here? You could have been killed.
I'm sorry, Ida. I had good reason. But I imagine your friends are wondering who this bloody mess of a Mikote is. My name is Minago, and I belong to the Alamegan Resistance. I came to warn Ida and Papalimo about one of our leaders. A man who calls himself the Griffin. He's always been dangerous, but he's planning something new. Something reckless.
The Griffin, you say? I've heard the name. Rumor has it your man is eager to test his claws.
Aye, and on no easy target. He means to assault Belsar's wall from the Alamegan side.
But what does the Griffin possibly hope to gain from such an attack?
From what I understand, he wants the fires of war to spread to Eorzea. And for that, he needs to control the border with Gridania.
So, he means to spark a conflict between the Alliance and the Imperial forces stationed in Alamigo, to have Eorzea's armies aid in the liberation effort, whether they will it or no.
His plan is flawed. Even should the Resistance succeed in occupying the wall, they would not be able to hold it. Imperial reinforcements would drive them out within a week.
Be that as it may, if there is even a chance that this scheme could bring about an escalation in hostilities between Eorzea and the Empire, the Alliance must be informed.
Agreed. I should depart for Limsa Lominsa forthwith and seek an audience with the Admiral. Thancred, Uldar is yours. Alphino and Alize, make haste to the Twelveswood and notify the Elder Seedseer of the danger to Gridania. She would duly call a council of the Alliance leaders, whom you must be ready to receive. You will be our voice in Ishgard. Explain the situation to Sir Emeric and encourage him to send an envoy. To Taru, Kryl, I leave the care of our injured messenger to you. See that she remains quiescent and her wounds closed. I believe that covers everything. Let us be about our tasks.
I suspect the ill tidings from Girabania will be held as a turning point. The beginning to a bloody end. The business of war was ever conducted with the coin of self-sacrifice. 'Twas Master Louis Soir himself who taught us that such costs are not to be ignored or denied. And so, I shall embrace them. When the time comes, I will make my choice, as you will yours.
Wait, is that Papa Limo talking? Oh my ass. Hands for too long, goddamn. Damn, feels like I haven't been here in fucking years. It's literally has been the same day. Wow. Greetings, Warrior of Light. What business brings you to Ishgard? What is this one? I see you wait here. I was someone's Sir Emeric. It is good to see you, my friend. 'Tis but a pity it must be under such circumstances. Had Lucia not informed me of the urgency of your suit, I would certainly have sent for some wine. But to business, I thank you for bringing these developments in Alamigo to our attention. Ishgard will of course send an envoy to attend the council in Gridania. I cannot say who will represent us, however, as the choice is not mine to make. Not mine alone, at any rate. Given the imminence of the threat, we may forego the formalities of a full assembly, but will still need to consult my counterpart in the House of Commons prior to proceeding. Do you permit me some time to make the necessary arrangements? Yeah, sure, dog. I thank you. Representative from wherever we select will require a suitable escort. Make your preparations and inform Sir Andalou that he is to lead in your absence. Yes, Lord Commander. Terrace, pray accompany Lucia to the gates of judgment and make ready to depart for Gridania. I will have her envoy join you as soon as I can. Fury, speed you on your way. Look at this one, she looks cute. Oh my, oh my! Kind of lewd, isn't it? We have no other business in the city. Join me at the gates of judgment. We must be ready to depart the instant the envoy arrives. Actually, I don't know if this is where I'm supposed to go. Yeah, it is. Oh, never mind. I guess he just always comes out whenever you go near this gate. All right. We meet again. As it happens, my counterpart in the House of Commons agreed that I should act as Ishgar's envoy. Not, I can see, that there was ever any real doubt. As Lord Commander of the Temple Knights, it is my duty to sanction any military cooperation. Be that as it may, I could not in good conscience make the decision alone. And with the ink scarce dry in the Republic's Book of Statutes. I trust you understand, my friend. Alas, I must test your patience still further by making a brief stop at Camp Dragonhead. Given the trouble brewing in the Black Shod, I will see that the garrison is ready to defend the border. Yeah, sure. Why not? Hold on. Damn it. Ow. Ow. Emeric. The garrison commander waits within. When accompany me, Ceres, you may see a familiar face. Wait, is it Madeline? That was his name, right? Yeah. Ceres, old girl, how wonderful to see you. And Sir Emeric, too. To what do I owe these unexpected pleasures? I will have some mulled wine brought up from the kitchens at once, if you'll excuse. That's fine, Doc. Nay, do not trouble yourself, Onawa. We shall soon be on our way. Lucia, a brief summary, if you will. Yes, Lord Commander. Those villains hardly need an excuse to wage war. Bloodletting comes as naturally as breathing to an Imperial. Thus, we shall strengthen our patrols as you suggest. We shall also be sure to communicate these developments to Lord Frenzel and Observatorium. I just realized that he didn't want to say Garlean because of Lucia. So you have everything in hand. Carry on, Commander. Surprised to see yours truly at the helm? A little bit. You and me both, old girl. I doubt I'll ever feel worthy to sit where he sat. Yet we can but play the hand we're dealt. With a little help from the veterans and Onawa's ceaseless chiding, I'm sure I'll muddle through. So worry not, old girl. Off to Gridania with you. Leave it in your care then. Wonder, has he ever been to New Gridania? I don't think he has. He probably hasn't. Wonder if he's... Well, I guess he has been to... What's it called? Ul'dah. Maybe he's been to other places, I don't know. Diplomatic duties have brought me here on several occasions. Yeah, he has. But I find that I am enraptured by the black shell's beauty now as when I laid eyes upon it. I fear that this time, however, events shall not afford us the luxury of enjoying the splendor of the forest. It seems we are to have an escort to the Lotus Stand. A pleasant place to discuss unpleasant matters, is it not? Yes, of course, 'tis like we are the last to arrive. Let us announce ourselves, shall we? And I guess I gotta go to the, yep, Dolphika's altar, of course. Not like I go from. Could I have just went from the ether guard? Probably should have. Whatever, I'm right here anyways already. Yeah, you already know I'm here. The envoy from Ishgard has arrived? Very good. This way if you and the Leminson party as well. Look at that. Hey, look. I'd hoped to slip in unnoticed, but I see I was not the only one delayed in my arrival. Greetings, Sir Emmerich. Admiral, always a pleasure. He's so tiny. Severus, I trust you are well. It's a day for reunions, it seems. I believe you are well acquainted with my escort. Now, Lady Severus, I was glad to hear from Riol that the missing silence have now been found. There is much and more I would discuss with you, but let us first attend to the issue at hand, shall we?
I bid you welcome, my friends. As you will by now be aware, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn have come into possession of certain intelligence concerning recent developments in the region of Gyr Abania. It springs, I am assured, from an unimpeachable source. Is that not so, Master Alphino?
Indeed, Elder Seedseer. Our information comes directly from a member of the Resistance's inner circle, and we have no cause to doubt its veracity.
This Griffin of theirs is a fool if he thinks he can hold Belsar's wall against the Empire. When the Imperials move to take it back, they will come in force. And the resulting fighting is all but certain to spill over into the Black Shroud.
At the Battle of Cartano, the combined might of 3 grand companies labored to contend with the remnants of but a single Imperial legion. Alone, Gridania would be hard-pressed indeed to hold back the tide, should the Garleans turn their minds from reclamation to invasion.
May I once more convey my nation's deepest regrets for our inaction in the days prior to the calamity. 'Tis a stain upon our ledger that I would fain remove. Elder Seedseer, I do hereby request leave to deploy a defensive force within the borders of Gridania. Ishgard's return to the Alliance shall be honored by more than mere ink upon parchment.
The Doman people too would join any effort that weakens our common foe. We are few, but our most seasoned shinobi are at your disposal.
On behalf of my people, I offer you my humble thanks. Gridania welcomes your assistance.
Did they change your voice actor again? Ygiris, I mean?
It is time we set our contingency plans in motion. Is the Alliance agreed? Then let us make ready for war. Victory favors the swift, and there is much to be done.
The Council knows that Alamigo will not soon be wrested from the Empire, and its decision to bolster the border's defences seems eminently practical. Why then, brother, do you scowl so?
I agree that they have chosen the wisest course available. Indeed, the only reasonable one. Yet something feels awry. In making ready for war, is the Alliance not granting the Griffin the very thing he desired? Any attempt to hold the wall is doomed to failure, aye. But I wonder if we have misjudged the prize for which he plays.
But the council was able to reach an accord so swiftly is a heartening development in itself. I only hope my misgivings prove unfounded. Well, good, you have yet to depart. I feared I had missed you. Sir Emmerich. Mr. Alphino, a pleasure as always. And Mistress Alizé, wonderful to see you thus recovered. Pardon the interruption, I had hoped to thank Ceres for serving as our escort before other duties called her away. I also wish to thank our Doman ally. Okay, look at her, being all sneaky. Forgive me, my lord, I was but awaiting an opportune moment to join the conversation. In the force of habit, may we keep to the shadows. No apologies are necessary, Mistress Yugiri. I was most grateful for your interjection when I offered Ishgard support. My nation's historic failure to heed the Alliance's pleas for aid is a matter of record. Even so, the Alliance leaders were plainly unprepared for my impromptu apology. The resulting air of awkwardness might have lingered longer were it not for your timely offer of cooperation, which allowed the elder Seatsir to accept us both. Very much appreciated like a gesture. I only did my duty, Sir Emmerich. The Empire is an enemy to us all, and we are grateful for the opportunity to fight at your side. And full glad are we to have you. Pray convey my regards to the Scions. My friends, we must return to Ishgard. Whatever is wrong with a simple sorry or thank you. These politicians always make a speech out of everything. That's how we adults speak, dear sister. We have to ones who like the sound of their own voice. In any case, our business here is concluded. Be on our way as well. Will you accompany us to the Revenant Soul, Yugiri? Actually, I think I shall pay a brief visit to the East Shroud. I'm curious to know how Papalimo and Ida fared in their talks with the Sylphs. Not to mention what has been going on at Belsar's Wall. We'll join you at the Rising Stones anon. Okay, going back to the Rising Stones. I've almost got 1,000,000 gil. Like at that. Welcome back, sirs. I don't know about you, but I'm heartily glad that all of the talking is over. I understand that these council meetings are important, but do you not find it tiresome to have to weigh every word before you speak it? Not I will ever feel at home in the realm of politics. That said, people have been known to change, and if my brother is willing to run his own errands, anything is possible. Alright, I think before I get too sucked into it again, I'm gonna end it here. Alright, thank you everybody for watching. Talk to you all next time. Goodbye.